Hello everyone and welcome to another FeedArmy video. My name is Emmanuel and today we will go through a guide to increase your conversions within Google Shopping, and this guide is designed for small businesses. Audience signals and remarketing strategies. Reaching the right audience with the right message can significantly improve your Google Shopping conversion rates. This is where audience targeting and remarketing come into play. While shopping campaigns traditionally target based on product and search context, not explicit audiences like search keywords do, Google now provides tools to incorporate audience data, especially in Performance Max campaigns. Additionally, classic remarketing, showing ads to past site visitors, can re-engage potential customers and often leads to higher conversion rates than cold traffic. In this section, we'll cover how to use audience signals in PMax and how to set up remarketing campaigns or strategies for shopping, using audience signals in Performance Max. Audience signals are a feature unique to Performance Max and previously Smart Shopping in limited ways. Think of them as giving Google's AI a heads up about who your ideal customers are. They do not restrict your ads only to those people, but they inform the machine learning so it can ramp up faster and find more converters like them. Here's how to use them effectively. What are audience signals? In PMax, when creating an asset group, you can add an audience signal, which is essentially a custom audience segment you define. This can include your own data, like remarketing lists of past visitors or customer lists, custom segments, people with specific interests or search intentions, and Google's broad segments like in-market or affinity audiences. For example, if you sell running shoes, you might add an audience signal of in-market for running shoes and also a remarketing list of people who have visited your shoes category. How Google uses them. Once provided, Google will first try to find conversions from those audience hints, since you're indicating these people are likely to convert. It's like giving the algorithm a head start. Over time, the AI will expand beyond those signals to find other users who convert, possibly in demographics or interests you didn't specify. That's expected. But by having the signals, the early learning phase can be more focused and potentially yield conversions faster. It's important to note, adding a signal does not mean ads only show to that audience. It's not the same as audience targeting in display campaigns. Think of it as a suggested starting audience for the AI. Best practices for audience signals include remarketing lists of recent site visitors or past converters if you have them, e.g. a list of people who added to cart but didn't purchase, or all purchases in last 6 months. Past converters are gold. Google can analyze their commonalities. Ensure your GA4 or Google Ads tag is set up to collect these audiences. More on that later. Add interest or intent-based segments that align with your product. If Google's in-market list for apparel and accessories drive shoes is available and you sell shoes, that's a no-brainer to include. You can also create custom segments. For example, people who searched for best running shoes or marathon training. This uses Google's new custom audience builder, which replaces old custom intent. These can capture high intent users. Don't go too narrow. You have a limit of 10 audience segments per signal, but each segment can contain multiple lists. Provide a broad set of signals covering various likely customer groups. The idea is to give Google a large pool of quality prospects. If you only feed it a list of 50 of your past customers, that's too small for the algorithm to generalize. Better would be past converters, all past site visitors, an in-market segment, and a couple of custom interest segments. Together, that might be tens of thousands of users. Name and manage signals clearly. If you have multiple asset groups, you might use different signals for each, e.g. one asset group is targeting runners versus another targeting fashion enthusiasts for a shoe retailer, each with different ad creative and audiences. Name them so you know which is which, and check the PMax insights after some weeks. It will show which audience segments are actually driving conversions. You may discover, for example, that one of your signals, say in-market running shoes, is consistently converting well. That insight could influence other marketing efforts too. Google's guidance is that even if you have no clue about audiences, adding a signal like all visitors or some broad in-market category is better than nothing. And if you truly don't have any signals yet, e.g. new business with no traffic, PMax will still optimize using contextual signals. It just may take longer to find the sweet spot. One more thing, PMax also uses audience exclusions at account level. You can request to exclude certain audiences, like existing customers, if you want to focus on new customer acquisition. There's even a setting in PMax to bid higher for new customers by providing your first-party list of existing customers and toggling new customer acquisition goal. For a small business, gaining new customers might be a priority, so consider using that feature. You'd need a sizable customer list. Google suggests at least 1,000 active users in the segment for it to work effectively. In summary, audience signals are highly recommended for PMax. They cost nothing to add and can improve performance. It's one of the few levers you have in an automated campaign to inject your business knowledge. You know your customers, so tell Google what to look for. Remarketing strategies to re-engage visitors. Remarketing or retargeting is the practice of advertising to people who have interacted with your business already, such as visiting your site, viewing specific products, or adding to cart without purchasing. These people are much more likely to convert than brand new visitors since they've shown interest. For e-commerce, remarketing can dramatically increase conversions and ROI. 74% of marketers report that remarketing campaigns increased online conversions for them. Small businesses should take advantage of remarketing in their Google Shopping strategy. Here's how. Dynamic remarketing ads. Google offers dynamic display ads that show the exact products people viewed or similar products in visually appealing formats. These require your Merchant Center feed to be linked to a display campaign or Performance Max, which does it automatically. To set it up manually, create a display campaign in Google Ads, select the goal sales or leads, and in the settings, enable dynamic ads using your Merchant Center feed. Then you create audience targeting for website visitors who viewed products, etc. Google will generate ads. You can provide templates that pull in product images and prices from your feed, or come back and get XYZ product. These ads follow users around the web in Gmail, YouTube partner sites, reminding them of your products. They tend to have high click-through and conversion rates because the user already showed interest. Performance Max campaigns include dynamic remarketing by default. If someone visits your site or adds an item to their cart, PMax will automatically show them ads using your feed and asset group creatives, as it optimizes across channels. So if you're using PMax, you might not need a separate remarketing campaign, but you should still ensure your tagging/audience list is set up. PMax uses Google's all visitors data, and so on. Set up your audience lists. To do any remarketing, you need to have audience lists populating. The simplest, in Google Ads under Audience Manager, ensure you have a basic website visitors list and cart abandoners list. If you linked GA4, you can import GA4 audiences too. GA4 has pre-built ones like purchasers and abandoned cart, 7 days, etc. You'll need to have the global site tag or GA4 tag active on your site to start collecting these. Many small businesses use Google Tag Manager to implement the tagging easily. Pro tip: enable Google Signals in GA4 if you haven't. It allows Google to also use signed-in user data for better remarketing and cross-device tracking. Without it, your GA4 remarketing lists might not populate fully. Segment and tailor remarketing. Not all returning visitors are equal. Someone who bounced after 5 seconds might be less valuable than someone who spent 5 minutes or added to cart. If you can, create multiple remarketing lists, e.g., viewed product X but not purchased, added to cart but not purchased last 7 days, past purchasers 180 days. You can then target or exclude accordingly. For instance, you might run a specific campaign or increase bids for cart abandoners in the last week. These folks showed strong intent. Maybe they just needed a nudge or a promo code. Conversely, you could exclude recent purchasers from seeing ads for a while to avoid wasting spend or annoying customers, unless you have a lot of cross-sell. With Performance Max, you can't manually segment by list like that within the campaign, but you can use Customer Match. Upload a list of emails of past buyers as an audience signal for exclusion or new customer bidding. For standard shopping, you can actually apply audience bid adjustments in campaign settings. Set an observation audience and then bid plus 30% higher for those in cart abandoners list, for example. Although shopping doesn't use keywords, if a user in your remarketing list searches for a product, your ad could bid higher to win that auction. Frequency and duration. Determine how long to continue remarketing to individuals and how often. Common practice. Set membership duration of lists to something like 30 or 60 days for general site visitors, maybe shorter, 7 to 14 days, for cart abandoners, while the interest is hot. You don't want to chase someone for a product they looked at 6 months ago. At some point, it's wasted spend. Also, frequency capping in display campaigns can limit how often the same person sees your ad per day. Performance Max doesn't allow manual frequency capping, but Google optimizes this automatically to a degree. Don't overlook email and other retargeting. While outside Google Ads, email remarketing, e.g., sending a cart abandonment email, can complement your Google Ads nicely. And within Google's ecosystem, Customer Match is powerful. You can upload your customer email list to Google Ads and then target those users or similar audiences across Google properties. This can be used to upsell existing customers on new products or, as mentioned, to exclude them if needed. Customer match lists can also be used as audience signals in PMax. Just ensure your use of customer data complies with privacy policies. Google requires that you obtain the emails in a first-party context. Why remarketing matters for conversions. Simply put, people rarely make a purchase on their first visit. They compare, they get distracted, etc. Remarketing brings them back. Statistics often show retargeted visitors are 2 to 3 times more likely to click and convert than new visitors. For example, one study noted retargeted ads have a 76% higher click-through rate than typical display ads, and conversion rates can increase significantly. Some sources claim up to 150% improvement in conversion rate with retargeting, though that can vary. As a small business, your ad budget is precious. Focusing some of it on people who already know you is usually a smart move. If you are using Performance Max exclusively, ensure your account level remarketing tag is working so PMax can leverage that data. If using standard shopping, consider adding a display remarketing campaign to run alongside so that visitors from shopping ads later see banner ads reminding them of the products. Lastly, keep your ad creatives fresh for remarketing. If someone has seen the same product image 10 times, consider introducing a slightly different message. Price drop, or still interested, free shipping if you order now, to increase the chance they will come back. The Merchant Center's promotion feed can help by displaying a special offer in the ad, which can serve as an extra incentive for a customer on the fence. In conclusion, audience strategies personalize and refine your shopping ads targeting. They ensure you're not only attracting new potential customers, but also capitalizing on every visitor who shows interest. This holistic approach of combining broad acquisition with focused re-engagement can significantly boost your overall conversion rate and return on ad spend. And that is it for today's fourth chapter on how to increase conversions for small businesses. If you have any questions, please leave a comment downstairs, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.